Soil compaction can reduce potato yield and can lead to water and soil quality degradation, to increased runoff and soil structure destruction. In a potato production system, compaction puts negative effects on potato root development, potato canopy development, nutrient uptake within the plant root zone, and moisture availability within the potato root zone, pests and diseases, and overall potato yield and tuber quality. There are two forms of compaction, which are surface and subsurface. While surface compaction can be partly alleviated with normal tillage operations, subsurface compaction below the normal tillage depth will remain there. Fracturing or cutting subsurface compacted soil has in some cases resulted in remarkable yield increase. To study the impact of different compaction level on potato yield and quality, CMCDC in Carberry is conducting a potato compaction experiment in collaboration with Manitoba Horticulture and Productivity Enhancement Center. The compaction layers of 300 psi, 200 psi and 100 psi are established using mechanical means to compare the impact of different compaction levels in the controlled treatment. A diagnostic tool called a mechanical penetrometer was used to measure the extent and depth of subsurface compaction based on technical specification of American Society of Agricultural Engineers. 2021 is the first year of this observational study where we are assessing the extent of compaction on potato yield and quality. CMCDC aims to study different strategies of compaction management in following years. There are multiple practices that can minimize compaction and its effects, and none of them are new. Effective prevention is a matter of using most, if not all, of the practice consistently. These practices include decreasing equipment weight, decrease field traffic, crop choice in potato rotation. For example, use of cover crops such as sorghum, Sudan grass, forage, pearl millet and alfalfa, because all of these cover crops produce deep penetrating roots. They are also generally associated with building soil organic matter, which also improves the structure of soil. Ripping and tillage practices is also another soil compaction preventive measure. In Manitoba, vertical and minimum till are extensively practiced, with attention also given to protecting overall soil health and replenishing organic matter. In addition, cover cropping is practiced on lighter soils prone to erosion, and some producers will incorporate deep ripping as part of their normal routine. Several Manitoba potato producers use a dammer diker tool after planting to loosen soil to a deeper depth and create pockets for moisture retention. Some producers do this as a standard practice each spring, ripping between rows and where hills will eventually be as well. However, some potato producers use a ripper following planting with shanks pertaining beneath the seed. This project is being conducted in conjunction with Manitoba Horticulture and Productivity Enhancement Center.
Hi everyone, Zach here again from MPEC Inc. at CMCDC in Carberry, Manitoba. I'm here to talk to you about some of the work that we have been doing with Haider Abbas from Manitoba Agriculture on compaction in potato cropping systems. It's an unfortunate reality that due to the fact of how we plant, how we harvest, and how we till, especially with clay soils when we deep till, that there will be a compaction layer and hard pan. And what we've attempted to do at CMCDC is take a survey of the community to talk about the length and breadth of the issues and the varying opinions on them, on the necessity of deep tillage, for example, and on the necessity of certain forms of tillage to preclude planting in preparation of a proper soil bed. As well as how we go about doing our planting and our digging operations with regards to compaction and the compaction layers that are left after these activities. And what we've really only begun is to scratch the very surface, pun very much intended, on this particular problem. And what we've sought to do and continue to do with the community together, Hader and I will have done and will continue to speak to members about their different preferences, practices, and experiences as we begin to develop the tools like Hader's mechanical penetrometer that he brought up, and our familiarity with these tools in order to use them to assay what the growers are experiencing to either support or guide, depending on what we're seeing with the actual numbers and where compaction is appearing, and especially how this varies on soil type, year, moisture availability, to try and develop a list of recommendations to push the industry into perspectives where we reduce the rate of compaction as well as the different depths that compaction can occur, ideally impacting minimal loss to potatoes to allow the continued growth of the root structure that Hader was talking about as part of a grand design working on improving Manitoba's soil health. Thank you all for your attention, and the results of these types of studies can be found at our website at mbpotatoresearch.ca.